Cross-platform MMOs are the future of the MMORPG genre. Numerous gacha games have proven the success of cross-platform titles. Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves. These are games with millions of players making tens of millions of dollars per month, more than the vast majority of current MMOs could ever dream of. And this is just a couple out of dozens of games. There are various reasons as to why mobile MMOs, especially cross-platform MMOs, have become such overwhelming successes, like the ability to raid while pooping. Yeah, you did hear that correctly. Forget sitting at the desk like some responsible adult. Now you can fight a level 900 Demon King of Anguish while simultaneously summoning your own internal boss battle in the bathroom. Truly the peak of multitasking. You're gaming, you're digesting, you are living. But what do we have to look forward to? That is what I'm here today to discuss. Welcome to the most comprehensive list of upcoming mobile MMOs. Welcome to Ares: Rise of Guardians, where you don't just play a character, you become a walking LED rave cannon wrapped in titanium abs and emotional backstory. It's an MMO that said, what if we took Warframe, Destiny, and Gundam, fed them caffeine shots, and duct taped them to a space opera? You're not here to gather herbs and pet pigs, you're here to triple jump into orbit, slam dunk an asteroid golem, and look hotter than the sun while doing it. It's the year 3400 AD and the solar system's gone full Mad Max with cyborgs and giant robots trying to turn Earth into their personal scrapyard. Who's gonna save the day? You, decked out in a shiny mech suit like Tony Stark's unhinged cousin who forgot to pay the electricity bill. This is a non-targeting, action-packed brawl fest from Kakao Games. You're zipping around in one of four suits: a hunter, warlock, warlord, or engineer. Each one of them so extra it's like they raided a cosplay convention and a Gundam factory in the same heist. It's the equivalent of if you shoved an anime, a rave, a sci-fi novel, and a fashion show into a blender and sprinkled some endgame raid bosses on top. Ares: Rise of Guardians is a wild blend of a save the galaxy sob story, thumb blistering action, and graphics so slick you'll forget you're playing on the same device you use to doom scroll social media. It launched in Korea in 2023 and is still teasing a global drop, but it is expected to hit the market at some point in 2025. Picture this, an ancient Bronze Age vibe, but with more political backstabbing than a reality TV reunion. You're in Arthdal, a made-up land where tribes are scrapping like feral cats over who gets to rule the dirt pile. The plot's a glorious mess of power grabs, prophecies, and whoops, accidentally started a war energy, all while you try to figure out which NPC hates you the least. It's got hybrid action combat, think tab targeting with a dash of flail wildly in hope, where you pick between several different classes: warrior, mage, archer, priest, and you mash them all together like a Frankenstein's monster of mayhem. Want a warrior who moonlights as an archer? Done. You'll be exploring a seamless open world, dodging load screens and tripping over faction wars. Being built on Unreal Engine 4, it has visuals so stunning you'll forget you're staring at a phone screen. Sweeping vistas of forests, rocky cliffs, and tribal villages pop with detail. Think Lord of the Rings meets a K-drama budget on steroids. The characters strut around in outfits so extra they'd make a peacock blush, and the weather is so dynamic you'll be cursing the rain while your warrior priest hybrid slips in virtual mud. Arthdal Chronicles is a quirky, chaotic romp through a tribal soap opera with combat that's half skill, half way. Is my screen frozen? And graphics so pretty you'll weep as you accidentally sell your soul for a shiny mount. This launched in Korea in 2024 and is still teasing a global release, but it is expected to hit the market at some point in 2025. The world is dying, time is broken, the stars are screaming. You're not just some average sword-wielding weirdo. Oh no, you are the Resonator, the chosen trauma sponge with a mysterious connection to magical space crystals called Ingrams. The planet Regnus is in shambles because a bunch of ancient tech gods probably named things like Aetherian Omegachon or Majestic Soup Core Prime got dramatic and broke the timeline. Now it's your job to uncover the truth, fight off interdimensional sadness monsters, and possibly fall in love with a holographic anime NPC who cries during boss fights. Combat is action-based, meaning you roll, you shoot, you slash, you blast, and you juggle enemies like you're in a breakdance competition with swords. Every attack sparkles like it was blessed by a Sailor Moon transformation sequence. Skill animations look like you're summoning Aurora Borealis from your kneecaps. There's no standing still here. It's high-speed anime dodge ballet mixed with just enough chaos to make you scream in joy or pain. Usually both. Every town looks like a painting, every tree sparkles, every NPC is attractive and slightly mysterious. Every monster is a tragic, eldritch creature who just wants a hug or to dismember you stylishly. Blue Protocol Star Resonance is the MMO that says, what if we made a high-octane anime battle simulator where every combat encounter is a music video, every story beat is a soap opera, and your armor sparkles more than your future? It's beautiful, it's chaotic, it's feelings in HD. You'll cry, you'll pose, you'll spam emotes while getting obliterated by a cosmic flower, and you'll love every glittering second of it. Welcome to Atlan, a floating world where magic and machinery are besties, and the crystal of Atlan, basically a glowing MacGuffin, is the juice keeping the circus in the air. You're a newbie in the Thornbird Adventurers Guild, tasked with unraveling a conspiracy thicker than your grandma's gravy. After the second Magitech revolution, because one evidently wasn't extra enough, magic's powering airships, guns, and probably some dudes in Janet Toaster. But oh no, evil factions, creepy, decay, and interdimensional weirdos want the crystal for themselves. It's up to you now to dodge conspiracies and save the day. Combat's a wild dance of aerial combos, STIX Z-axis acrobatics meets I meant to dodge that laser, I swear. With over 20 skills per class, you're mixing and matching moves like a DJ at a rave. You can team up for co-op chaos, raid floating islands, or flex in 1v1 PvP, but expect to be absolutely eviscerated by someone named Darth Forticus. I was in the beta. Graphically, think Genshin Impact, but with a steampunk glow-up. Rhine City and its sky-high islands are dripping with Magipunk flair, gears, glowy runes, and ruins so pretty you'll forget your phone's overheating. Crystal of Atlan is a quirky, high-flying ride of a game, a tale of crystals and chaos with combat that'll make your thumbs bleed and graphics so stunning you'll consume your phone's entire storage taking screenshots. Nuverse dropped this gem in China and held a global beta test in early 2025, which I got to participate in and had a ton of fun in. Very, very little is known about Dragon Sword. You're in a beautiful fantasy world surrounded by lush forests, glowing ruins. Imagine a 3D anime explosion so pretty it's like your screen's flirting with you. This is an action MMO. To what extent is currently unknown, but given what we've seen, you're likely to need a chiropractor for your thumbs. Dragon Sword seems to be a stunning, adrenaline-pumping riot, a tale of dragons and destiny with combat that'll make you sweat. There are whispers of a global release in 2025, but I'd wager a guess that we're looking at 2026 at the earliest. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. Welcome to Dungeon Fighter Overkill, where gravity is a myth, your fists are weapons of mass destruction, and the entire game is a 200-hit combo waiting to happen. This isn't some casual press attack twice and wait MMO. No. You're here to chain ridiculous anime beatdowns on screen-filling demons while the soundtrack punches you in the face. Some demon gods got drunk on suffering, they broke reality, and now the world of Arad is a smoking, dungeon-infested disaster where only overpowered martial artists, gunwoo freaks, and magic-wielding maniacs can clean up the mess. And guess what? You are that maniac! It features combo-based action combat. If you're not hitting 20 plus attacks per second, then evidently you're doing it wrong, buddy. You'll dodge, you'll juggle, you'll launch. This entire game is an anime fighting game disguised as an MMO. Every skill is a cinematic nuke. You're not casting a fireball, you're summoning a flaming meteor while screaming in ancient runes. There are dungeons, raids, multiplayer content, multiple classes, and class archetypes from the OG Dungeon Fighter Online, going as far as to take its already gorgeous 2D art and inject it with HD steroids. Dungeon Fighter Overkill is a side-scrolling, button-mashing, combo-chaining, eyeball-melting action MMO where you juggle bosses like a fighting game pro, explode entire screens with one move, and look stupidly cool while doing it. You'll spam insane combos, hit a dungeon so hard it explodes, all while dressing like a shonen anime protagonist. Final Fantasy XIV Mobile is the pocket-sized portal to Eorzea that lets you battle primals while pretending to text your boss, bringing one of my favorite PC MMOs of all time to the mobile platform. You'll dive back into the epic saga of Eorzea, starting from the cataclysmic events of A Realm Reborn. Whether you're a seasoned warrior of light or a fresh-faced adventurer, the mobile version lets you relive or experience for the first time the tale of heroes, crystals, and enough political intrigue to make your group chats look tame. Combat has been reimagined for the mobile realm, featuring streamlined controls that let you unleash devastating attacks with a mere flick of your thumb. Choose from a ton of iconic job classes, each with their own unique abilities. Whether you're a dragoon leaping into battle or a white mage healing your clumsy comrades, the action is as tense as your phone's battery life allows. Good news for those wary of gacha mechanics, Final Fantasy XIV Mobile opts for a free-to-play model since the dreaded loot boxes. Instead, you can invest in cosmetic items like mounts and costumes, allowing you to ride a majestic chocobo into battle while dressed as a freaking Moogle. Nothing says fearsome warrior like a pom-pom hat and fluffy wings. Final Fantasy XIV Mobile is a quirky bite-sized blast of Eorzea, heroic saga of crystals and calamity gameplay that's half epic, half oops, I tapped the wrong button, and graphics so dazzling you'll forget you're playing on the same slab you used to play Candy Crush. Welcome to Erin, a fantasy sandbox where Celtic vibes meet enemy chaos, and you're the starry-eyed newbie dropped into a world that's been around since 2004. Yeah, it's got tenure. The tale's a remix of the PC classic. Think ancient prophecies, goddess shenanigans, and a kid named Militant. That's you, stumbling through a land of sheep shearing and sword swinging. It's less save the world and more accidentally start a war while trying to deliver mail. You'll bump into quirky NPCs who monologue about fate like they're auditioning for a K-drama, all while you're just trying to figure out why your campfire keeps attracting wolves. It's a cozy, chaotic mess of a story that's been rebooted for mobile with a wink and a nod to its OG fans. Combat's been streamlined into a tap-happy brawl, pick from 5 archetypes like warrior, archer, wizard, healer, bard, and mash buttons like you're auditioning for a rhythm game. No more clunky skill rotations, it's all about dodging and smacking while your thumbs cry for mercy. But the real spice? The social sandbox. Fish, camp, craft, or start an impromptu orchestra with your guild. Mabinogi is a pint-sized quirky riot, a tale of fate and sheep with gameplay that's equal parts chill, and oh no, my inventory is full again, wrapped in graphics so pretty you'll forget you're late for dinner. Nexon and DevCat look to be releasing the game in 2025. Odin Valhalla Rising is a hyper-stylized open-world Norse MMO where Odin is wanting, Loki is scheming, and you are running around in god-tier armor slaying mythical beasts like it's a 9-to-5 job. This is a game where Thor wouldn't just flex, he'd be your first raid boss. It's got Vikings, dragons, world-ending wolves, and landscapes so gorgeous they make real life look like a potato. Imagine a world where every Norse myth you've ever heard isn't just real, it's trying to kill you. Odin's out there playing chess with the fate of the universe while you and your fellow battle-hungry warriors fight through Midgard, Jotunheim, and Asgard like it's some kind of divine pub brawl with extra murder. Your job? Survive, get OP, and maybe punch a god or two along the way. You're not just running between NPCs like some medieval errand boy. You get to explore the vast, beautifully cursed lands of Norse mythology. If you can see it, you can go there, and something will probably try to kill you when you do. There are land mounts, aerial mounts. I mean, hey, if you're gonna ride in a battle against a frost giant, you might as well do it in style. Odin Valhalla Rising is an MMORPG where you stomp through Norse mythology, obliterate everything in your path to look insanely cool while doing it. If you don't feel like an unstoppable force of destruction after playing this game, then you're playing it wrong. Kakao Games confirmed that they are releasing this MMO globally during the second quarter of 2025. If you like the sound of Odin Valhalla Rising, you will love Project Ragnarök. Picture Midgard on the brink of a cosmic dumpster fire. Ragnarök, the god-slain world-ending prophecy, is looming like a bad hangover. You're a Valkyrie, yeah. Even if you want to be a dude, deal with it. Yanked from Valhalla's all-you-can-eat meat buffet and plopped back on Earth to save the apocalypse, or maybe join it? You know what, your call. The gods are bickering, giants are stomping around, and some shady Einarjar are whispering sweet nothings about destiny. It's a Norse soap opera where you're the hero, the villain, or that weirdo who accidentally burns down the village trying to pet a dragon. This is a sandbox strategy fiesta with no class. It's just you, a Valkyrie, collecting Einarjar spirits like they're Pokemon cards with better abs. Swap their skills on the fly, or go from axe swinging maniac to spell chucking diva mid-fight. Combat's a fast-paced dodge or die brawl with climbing and grappling thrown in. Think God of War meets Breath of the Wild, but you're yelling, "For Odin!" while sliding down a troll's back. Tame monsters as temporary buddies, or permanent if you're really charming. Run dungeons, raids with up to 50 different players. Ragnarök is a quirky Norse-flavored ride, a tale of gods and goofs with gameplay that's half sandbox, half oh crap, I tamed a frost giant, and graphics so stunning you'll forget this is a mobile game. NetEase has been cooking this one since 2020 with a beta teased for 2021 that's still awaiting release in China or global as of March 24th, 2025. And they're the 10 best upcoming cross-platform MMOs releasing at some point in 2025 and beyond. Hey, where do you think you're going? I see what you're doing there. I see you navigating on over, scrolling on over to that X button, Don't you dare. What I need you to do is take a moment and click one of the videos that are about to appear as soon as I'm done talking. And trust me, you're gonna wanna.